Hey guys, I hope you are doing well and welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a busy week with progress reports and IEPs for my students, so my tables are full and I'm unable to use that for today's video. So we are on the floor for this video and we're going to be talking about ZZ Plants. Since moving to our new home, which has very few windows, ZZ Plants, besides snake plants, have filled a vital role of having plants in lower light situations. So I'm going to show you my ZZ plants and then some general care tips if you decide that you want to add these into your house as well. Alright, so when you think of ZZ plant, chances are if you go into a box store, you will find a green variety. It has nice waxy leaves, which means that it is resistant to a lot of houseplant pests, which is great if you're looking for that low maintenance plant. ZZ plants can tolerate a lot of lower light situations. Again, like I said earlier, this green one sits in my hallway, but they do appreciate brighter light situations. So if you're able to provide any bright indirect light for your ZZ plants, they do appreciate it. They'll grow a lot better, but they do tolerate those lower light situations. In terms of watering, a ZZ plant doesn't need a whole lot of water. They do have little tubers if you look in the soil, which helps the plant conserve a lot of water. So for me, and this ZZ plant in particular, I water that one once every 3 weeks or so. If you are worried about overwatering your plants, in particular for me, this one in a dark hallway, you can always pot your plants in an unglazed terracotta pot. So by doing so, a lot of terracotta pots, because they're porous, will allow airflow and they'll help pull that moisture out of the soil so your plants aren't sitting in water for too long. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the more uncommon ZZ plants that you can find out there. The first one is, of course, our dark ZZ Raven. So a ZZ Raven are almost black or dark purple leafed ZZ plant. These have now become a little bit more common since Costa Farms has started to grow and supply these. So these are amazing plants. When they start off, you'll have like a chartreuse light green leaf that comes out. You can see another one right there. And as they mature, they'll turn into that dark leaf color that you're used to seeing on a ZZ Raven. So if you do buy one and you see some green leaves, don't be too scared. When I first got mine, I was kind of concerned that for some reason I got the wrong plant, but they do mature and eventually get that darker pigmentation in that plant. If you take a look at this one, you might be able to see, and I might move some of the soil there, you can see a little tuber that's there. This plant I water I think it's every 2 weeks or so. I'll give this one a water. Another ZZ plant that you might find are some of the dwarf ones. Costa Farm does carry a dwarf variety of the green one. I think it's a micro. So it almost looks like the regular green ZZ plant that's just been kind of shrunk a little bit smaller. So that variety is out there. I haven't grown that one yet or have seen it, but that is out there somewhere. The dwarf variety that I have, this one is ZZ Zenzi. My goodness, I almost forgot what it was called. So ZZ Zenzi is a dwarf variety, and actually I like this one. It's very compact. So in terms of the growth, you can see that the leaves are very close together on that stalk there. So a nice compact plant for this guy. This one probably needs to be repotted soon. If you feel kind of the sides, it's a little bit bulgy because of the tubers and the roots. So probably next spring I'll repot this ZZ Zenzi. So another variety of our ZZ plant is our Variegated ZZ. So this one here, I've had this one for a while. I got this from New Life Tropicals as an import. You can see it's finally started to sprout a new leaf stalk there, so it'll be exciting to see how that grows. This plant, in terms of finding it, is quite hard to find. Locally, I haven't seen this in any of the greenhouses, so chances are if you want to grab this plant, you'll probably need to import it. And the last ZZ plant that I have is this one. This one hasn't done a whole lot. It's struggled a little bit through some root rot. This one was also from New Life as well, and I got this a while ago. I think it's called ZZ Akbono. So this one is interesting for the fact that with the new leaves, they come out almost like a creamy yellow color, and they mature into the regular green colored leaf that you see there. Alright, so before I go, I just wanted to show you some quick clips as to where my ZZ plants are in my house. So taking a look at where my ZZ plants are normally in the house, you can see here this is my ZZ Raven. This is my one from Thailand, and it's the taller one of the two that I have. And as you can see there, we have some new growth happening, which is great to see. So this is a north-facing window with a lot of grow lights. Down this hall you can see my green ZZ plant here. It does not get a whole lot of light. The only light that it gets is from this window here, and this is a west-facing window. So you can see that they do relatively okay in a low light situation, even though they would prefer a much brighter spot. As for my other ZZ plants, they are in my grow cabinet where they get lots of light, and there's also a fan in there just to make sure that the air is circulating in this little area here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that video on ZZ plants. If you decide that you want to get a ZZ plant for your low light situations, or even your medium or brighter light situations, it is a lovely plant to get. If you're kind of bored of that green foliage, you can always try and find that ZZ Raven, or if you're really adventurous and eager, you can always try to locate that ZZ plant that is variegated. Anyways, thanks for watching. Until next time.